What is up, the YouTubes in my hustle hoodie? It's old Jamesy Poo here. It is Tuesday, November 24th. It is 6:37 a.m. Welcome to the Super Death Grind, week 13, day 2 of my 2-year insanely grind, where I'm grinding my face off every day ridiculously hard for the next 2 years. Well, not 2 years anymore, but what would have been 2 years. So yeah, things are going really well. I got a bunch of sleep last night. I'm just going to I'm gonna double check. I'm using my internal mic because I didn't have the foresight to bring a legit mic with me yesterday, and the mic on my main streaming camera, I was cutting in and out. I was watching the video playback yesterday, so I'm just gonna pop it open on my phone. I'm gonna see how the audio quality sounds. Oh, it's an endless echo. Sounds not bad though. Something we can work with. Great. So, update on me. Things are going really well. I'm crashing at an Airbnb right now. I'm just renting out a room that's close to my office. It's going great. My roomies, they are rock climbers. The people also staying there, and we usually kind of chatted up, but no one was home yesterday. So I FaceTimed my family back home. I ate a bunch of food. I turned on Red Dragon for a sec, the Hannibal Lecter story. And then I crashed after like 10 minutes of watching that. And then I woke up. One time in the middle of the night, and then I went back to bed because I just wanted some solid sleep. But I was probably, I was sleeping until about 4. I think I woke up at 4, and again it's 6:39 right now. And then I probably did like, my normal routine. I wake up, do some sit-ups and push-ups. I do some meditation. I listen to some things, and I was going to go low-key. I was going to do some early morning blackjack run, but apparently the tables at a casino I like aren't open until 7. So I may hit that, may take a lunch break and go play some cards, but we shall see what this day brings. I have a lot of stuff to do today. But the main thing, things are going well. My diet's going super well, being away from my family. It's just, I can focus on my diet. I'm only buying, healthy food I eat that night. Diet's going super well. My workouts are going super well. I'm, again, mostly just doing full body 7 days a week. I do pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, V-ups, lunges, jump lunges, ab wheel. And then lately, just because I've been, bored and lonely away from my family, I'll probably stay at the gym a little bit longer, do some more abs and some core, and then some auxiliary work. Workouts are going well. I started working on my handstands almost every day. I may take a little break today because my back just feels a little tight, and I need to get better on handstands. My body positioning when I'm vertical needs to be better. I kind of have an arch in my back, so I need to straighten it out. But that's the beauty of trying new things, and you progress at a rapid pace, and that progression is always addicting. Things are going really good. I'm just trying to get my business off the ground here. That's going really well. I think I found someone to work for me already, and I've been here about a week now. So things are going well, moving into the new office. Got a cute little desk, cute little carpet. They're going to paint this office while I'm gone. But I'm just rocking and rolling. The main thing I wanted to talk today about is being present and presence. So, I always go back to this when I talk about kids. Is one of the reasons why I think kids are so happy is because they can be present. They're not really, especially the younger ones, they haven't had so much trauma, hopefully, in their lives, so they don't think about the past. And unless something exciting is coming up like Christmas or something like that, they really don't think too much about the future. They just live in the now, and they're very present in the moment. And I think that's what allows them to operate at such a high capacity, meaning they're super happy, they're really energetic, they're just bouncing off the walls, and they're just generally having a good time. And I think a lot of that stems from, being childlike in the sense of being present. You have to be present. You have to, and this is, there's a lot of Stoic philosophy that talks about this, that basically, and applying Stoic philosophy in a business setting is a very hard thing to do, because just like with anything, I believe in order, if you have your own set of goals and your own set of dreams and stuff you'd like to accomplish, you have to set your own rules in life. And almost, for lack of better words, you have to set your own like testament in life, like scripture, as you will, like what to do, what not to do, rules to live by, ethics, morals, codes, ideals, and that sort of thing. So, when you formulate this, when I listen to Stoic philosophy, I understand that some of it does apply to me and some of it doesn't apply to me as well, and kind of picking and choosing the good as I see fit for, my path in life. So one of the things in Stoic philosophy is essentially being okay with the uncomfortable and not focusing too much on or getting rid of aversion, which is essentially things you just don't like. If you're really averse to going to the gym or working out, and it's going to be good for you, you need to find a way to embrace that aversion and for it to become a thing that you don't dislike anymore. Being okay with sacrifice and struggle and being uncomfortable. You need to find a way to learn to love it. And that's an entirely a personal psychology thing. And then the other thing is being mindful of being pursuant to goals. So an interesting thing in Stoic philosophy is that I believe it's a little bit frowned upon to be interested in or have the desire, or basically just have a desire. So if you want to achieve a certain goal, that's kind of frowned upon in the Stoicism world, because it's a want, it's a desire. So you see that a lot in like Taoism or Buddhism or Zenism and Stoic philosophy, is that, desires are the cause of unhappiness. Because if you don't achieve that, then you're stuck with unhappiness, right? If we set a trajectory and we fall short of that trajectory, we're largely unhappy with ourselves. Now, that's fine and dandy if you're a Stoic and you don't need to make money, or you have a certain path. But in the business setting, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you want to go certain places, that Stoic principle in and of itself, desire, doesn't really benefit you, I think, because do I desire to hit my goals 100%? Am I going to hit my goals 100%? And I have to be pursuant of my goals and my desires. That's just the way business works. If you don't have a passion to achieve what you set out to achieve, then you're probably not going to hit that thing. So, but the thing I do like about Stoic philosophy as it pertains to presence is that the finding a way to like aversion, finding a way to get comfortable with the things that you dislike, working out, brushing your teeth, hygiene, going to the dentist, eating healthy, whatever it is, the short-term or long-term sacrifices that make you a better person. You just have to be super comfortable with doing those things. And so again, it's just a psychological way of finding those things. And, for instance, a lot of times, people see me and they say, hey, you love working out. And I would more so argue that I don't necessarily love working out, because typically when I work out, I'm like killing myself. And in the moment, it's very difficult and it's very hard, especially if I've had a long day and I don't feel like working out. I always do it. It's just a discipline. It's a habit thing. What I find that I love in working out is how I look, how I feel afterwards, physically and physiologically speaking. And then the biggest thing I actually do love about working out is the mental speak I go through while I'm working out, and the the benefits I feel afterwards of making that sacrifice, like you did it, it's achieving those small daily goals, doing something you don't want to do, but is good for you. It has such a good feeling, especially afterwards. You show up, you're like, I don't want to do it. I'm really tired today. You're, going through your workout, you feel everything, maybe stuff's feeling tight. Maybe you're feeling sore. Maybe you are feeling really tired. Maybe you're breathing especially hard that day. You're just tired. And, the mind speak that pops up in your head when you're working out saying, most won't, I will. That's a constant thing I say in my head. Most won't do something, I will. There is no level of sacrifice I am not willing to incur if it helps move the needle forward and it's ultimately beneficial. If that includes scrubbing the walls, taking out the trash, and scrubbing toilets, if it helps me accomplish my dreams and goals, I am going to do it 100%. That level of sacrifice is direly needed. So, the biggest takeaway from Stoic is, in not being averse to anything. Obviously, if you don't want to do something, don't do it. If friends are inviting you out and they say, hey, let's go drink, that's not going to benefit you. That's not really an aversion to me. That's just diverting yourself from a potentially detrimental event. So lack of aversion. And then the other thing is just mind space. So I'm a huge fan of not committing things to memory. I basically live off of lists and writing things down and notes. I really try not to commit anything to memory. I mean, there are certain things, like kids' birthdays and stuff like that. But largely, I operate off of lists. The mind is made for creating and ideas. The mind is not made for dwelling on ideas. So if you have a thought, like, I want to do this is a great idea, write it down and put it on a list and let your mind expand to be creative on that thing, as opposed to just thinking about this thing. Oh, this thing, I can't forget it. Oh, this thing, I can't forget it. Or if you're given a task, it can't just be like, oh, I need to do this thing. I need to do this thing. That is destroying your mind space and preventing you from being present. So, write it on lists, let the mind think, but don't let the mind create ideas and then take those ideas and do something with them. Don't let the mind dwell and think on something you shouldn't. That's a clear-cut way to have anxiety for sure. And in my opinion, if you have anxiety, you're just probably dwelling on something you should get to immediately. If you're like, the house is messy, like, oh, I gotta clean it, and blah, blah, blah. Like, you just need to get to cleaning it right now. And you're going to feel so much better, and that anxiety is going to go away. Why will that anxiety go away? Because you're just dreading something you should do, but you're not acting on it. That's all anxiety is. So, my big takeaways on being present is, and it's down to the little things too, like smelling the roses, there's that saying. I mean, and it's true. You got to, breathe the air, look at the butterflies flying, look at the dirt on your shoes, just taking a breath and smelling the air and how it smells and how the light hits, wherever you are, whether it's dark out and it's a street lamp or you see the sun rising, just taking a moment to breathe that in. So to me, it's smelling the roses, always looking at the little things, letting the mind create ideas, and then doing something with those ideas and not dwelling on ideas. Don't let the mind wonder about ideas that are already in place. Let the mind create. Don't let the mind dwell. Lack of aversion. If it's going to benefit you and you're dreading it, find a way to love that thing. And I think those are really simple tasks you can do to just be present in the moment. And my title of this was Present and Presence. So one of the reasons I say that is because if you ever walk into a room, or if someone walks into a room and they just stand out, and one of the best examples of this is, like, let's say you're at a party event. Someone walks into the room, maybe they've been drinking, maybe they're just super outgoing, right? They're engaging everyone in the room. You see them go to different circles. Everyone's laughing in that circles. They kind of just steal the show. They're really present in that moment. And sometimes what I find is that alcohol allows you to be present in the moment. Why does it allow you to be present in the moment? Because I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, I've had a really rough day. I need a stiff drink. And they drink and it takes their minds off things because for whatever reason, I'm not a scientist, for whatever reason, drinking alcohol allows you to just operate in, like, word vomit mode, which is what I try to operate in. I just don't. I try not to let think in my head too much, unless I'm like have a task at hand and I'm just plugged into my computer. But generally, when I'm with people, I don't think in my head. I just say what I'm thinking. And right or wrong is another thing, but I generally just don't let myself think in my head. And that's typically what happens when that's why you're quick. You can be super witty unless you get too drunk the other way. So what I'm not saying is drink to be outgoing. I'm just giving it as an example that allows someone to be present. And being present in the moment, especially when you're with people, allows you to have a presence, right? So presence is part of being present. But we all know what it means when someone like, wow, did you feel that presence? Or wow, this person really had a presence. And that only comes from being present in the moment with other people. You can't do that. Otherwise, you're going to be the wallflower at a party, and they're going to be like, wow, this person's, really antisocial, when the truth is, maybe you're a great person. You're just really in your head, because you're not operating from a place of being present, which is super important. I think, people skills is one of the most important skills you can possess. And not only that, it trickles down to everything just outside of business. When you're with your friends, you're talking to them, like they're a friend, and you're paying attention to what they say, and you're giving them feedback, you're engaging them in conversation. Or when you go home and you're hanging out with your kids, you're just present with your kids, and you're playing with them, laughing with them, joking with them, and all these other things. So being present is huge, just in life in general. If you want a good family, if you want to be good to your friends, if you want good colleagues, spouse, just everything in life is based off of being present, and you will give them that presence of who you truly are, which is a great, great, great gift. So I think that's basically all I wanted to say for today. I'm going to get to work and be good humans out there and treat each other well, and yeah, be good.